Hello, Dad.
Do you know how much I love you? Anyway, honestly, if only people knew. Anyway, how is everybody?
All you go through.
I am going to cook one of my most favourite things.
Okay, what is that? Yeah, have some champagne, that'll help.
Spanish omelette. Tortilla.
Tortilla.
Spanish omelette. 3 ingredients.
That's 6.
3 ingredients each hand. An onion, potatoes, and eggs. 8 eggs.
Is that enough eggs?
That's
Okay,
enough eggs for me.
Salt and pepper.
Exactly.
What's going to happen?
And all I'm going to do, look, can I just show you one thing?
So you pre-did your...
Yeah, I pre-did those, but look, I'm just going to show you how, just that.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to fry them in a minute in vegetable oil.
So you're just going to show us what to do with the onion now?
I'm going to show you.
That's a big old chap, isn't it?
He's a biggie. But
wow.
Like everything, he's a fresh one from the farm shop.
Yeah.
So this way, we're cutting the onion in a slightly different way.
So you're not going to leave the end on?
Well, no, because I'm going a slightly different way with this one. So I'm going to peel him there. It's probably going to make me cry again. And instead of going that way, we're going that way. So I'll just show you here, and then you can. So that's what we're going to do. So obviously, if I left the end on,
yeah, it wouldn't do that.
We couldn't do that. And we're not going against the grain. We're going with the grain.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do.
Beautiful, Dad.
And then you can turn over and just carry on like that.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready, Daz. I'm
Good.
always ready for you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drain the water off. Look, we are going to not deep fry, but we're going to fry in quite a bit of oil in a minute, these potatoes. So we do not want these potatoes wet.
No.
Because...
Nothing worse than a wet spud.
Well, there's nothing worse than a wet spud.
Fernando's at it now.
There's nothing worse than a wet spud and hot
In
oil.
hot oil.
So dry them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you leave them for a couple of minutes, or
no. I'm not talking about drying them, but just you don't want them wet. You don't want them going in with any water. Okay, so they're on the bottom.
Picked that one out of the sink and stuck it in.
Oh, my sink is clean.
And it's going to be deep fried in hot oil.
And it's going to be deep fried in hot oil. So so that's fine. And then we're going to mix these together with the onions. Is that all right if I pick that?
Yeah, you can pick that one up. That one just landed. So you mix them all together.
Mix them all together. You don't need to season because we're going to fry now.
Yeah.
We're going to season in a moment.
All right.
So there's my oil. Just double check. Don't go mad. So I'm saying at the moment that's too hot.
Right. Yeah.
So I just let it cool down a bit.
Okay.
Because I put it on. I was chatting over there, so it's too hot. So don't pile everything in.
Yeah.
Just check by putting one thing in. It's fine. It won't make any difference.
How long will we need to wait?
Just 2 or 3 minutes, just so it cool down.
Okay.
I mean, even now,
Look at
it's
you
already.
that pretty million times.
Oh, thank you, darling.
So it does cool down quite quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, cool down really quickly. We're going to fry now, and it's probably okay now even.
Well,
But
also, when you put a lot in,
yeah,
it reduces the heat.
It's going to really reduce straight away. Yeah. But that's really warm. But you just be careful, always be careful with hot oil. But we do want them to fry. Now it's sort of perfect now.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So it's perfect now, and remember I've taken it off the stove.
Yeah.
So I can now put it back on the stove.
Okay. So now you've got them all in, you're happy with your oil.
So I'm just going to let those,
temperature.
so give it sort of 3 or 4 minutes, just keep checking.
And do you turn them?
I'm going to turn them over in a minute, but I want them to, it's all going to be golden brown
Right,
now.
so you'll leave it there for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 8 eggs.
He's going to hear you, he's going to start barking.
Hey? I'm watching him at the same time.
Okay.
2.
So,
3.
and you've got your onions and your potatoes still cooking over there.
Yeah. He can't hear us. Fine.
He'll bark anyway. Oh,
Oops, that was a bit heavy, wasn't it?
is it heavy, Daz?
I was rushing.
Okay.
8.
Okay, right. How's it going, Daz?
So it's going really well. Look, the reason I'm whispering is because this guy here, this little one here, is the one that seems to work out. Whenever we stand at this point, he has to get fed, because when you hear him
Or
bark,
when he knows we're doing
so
some filming,
I am
he
whispering.
barks.
Anyway, this
He's
is where we are.
quite
Look.
clever. He
Look
knows
at this.
to get
Actually,
food.
let me put my champagne in. So this is going to take So I mean, look at that, just starting
See,
to
actually,
colour.
that's quite interesting. It's been in there for a good couple of minutes, and it hasn't. I would have thought it'd be like burning quite quickly.
No.
No, it
Because
does take a while.
don't forget all the water that's in there, not the water that
Yeah, I
was-
know. The water
but
in
the
the
water
potatoes
that's
and the
already in, and the starch and the
Yeah.
onions, they all caramelise. So it will just go to a beautiful golden brown, but we're going to strain this off anyway.
Okay.
So I'll show
How
you.
much
in a
longer? Okay, baby. So how long we been?
So we've been
20 minutes?
no
15?
10-ish.
10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes.
That's so
and
good.
we're getting there now. Bear in mind, you're doing two things here. You've got to cook out
Yeah.
the potatoes and the onions because
Yeah.
you don't want to be putting them in with the eggs raw.
Yes.
So, because the next thing you're going to do, we're going to strain this, we're going to let it cool, we're then going to add it to the eggs, we're going to give it about 15 minutes, and then we're going to make our Spanish omelette.
Okay. So what have you got there,
Okay,
Daz?
so I'm really happy with this now.
That's really gone quite down, hasn't it?
Well, it's gone down, but it's also, it doesn't matter if it breaks up a little bit. So now what we're going to do,
Okay.
this is hot fat, remember?
Yeah.
Turn that off.
Hot fat, just like me.
Hot. No, that's hot and fat. No, sorry. No. So I'm going to strain that into there. Okay?
Yep.
Strain that into there. Leave that now.
Okay,
You
yep,
push
needs to
that
cool
back.
off, yep. And you want to
Leave
strain.
that. There your
So
eggs.
how long should we leave it to
I'm
cool?
going to leave that for 10 minutes.
There he goes.
There he goes. Now you know why I said leave that for 10 minutes and I'll put it in there.
What are we up to,
now
Dazzler?
we have drained them off. They stood for about 10 minutes.
Yep.
So now I'm going to add them to the eggs. So we put them
8
in.
eggs.
8 eggs. So I'll put them in there.
Yep.
And you can still see it's quite warm. So,
So
now
you didn't, beat the eggs, pre-beat the eggs?
No. I'm just mixing it all together now. So you do want them to sort of slowly cook, but obviously you don't want them to cook. So you don't want to put them in hot, so you end up with scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
And now that is really nice. That's just what I want. Now time to season. Plenty of salt. Plenty of salt.
So it's okay to add the salt to the eggs now?
Yeah, yeah. And loads of pepper. And now I just want those to rest for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to just put some cling film over the top, which
Okay.
I've already pre-cut. You can always have a loaf of
Wow,
them.
look at you.
that. And
Yep.
that's just going to sit there for about 20 minutes and come back. Okay.
It does. So what have we done?
So
This has been
this has
resting?
been resting for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
25 minutes. It doesn't really matter. You can do it. So now what I've done, put a little bit of olive oil in there.
Yeah.
I don't want it too hot.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pour. Sorry, can you see? I'm going to pour about that much. So I'm going to make 2 of these. Push
Yeah.
that one over there.
Yeah.
And that is going to go in there. I want 2 Spanish omelettes.
Oh, Eddie's
So-
off. Eddie's off.
There we are. I'm going
Yeah.
to just watch that now.
So
And
how
I've got
long?
to show you how to. It's going to be about 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Not too hot. I might even just turn it down a
3
bit.
minutes. Okay, Dazzy.
So I've just pulled this off here. Look, pulled this off. No, darling. So you can see how that's just nicely come off the edge.
Yeah.
So when I say pulled it off, I pulled it off the stove.
Yeah.
And now what we've got to do is this little trick.
Right.
You've got to put that there.
Yeah.
And you've got to do that.
Should have had my. Wow.
Look
So
at
good.
that.
And
And
then-
now we've got to just push him back in
In there.
there like
Beautifully
that.
done, Dazzy.
And then you just tuck it round.
tuck
Look.
it round.
Tuck it round. Isn't that
Oh,
pretty?
So pretty.
Right. And there we go.
And
then
how
we
much longer then?
Oh, a minute or so.
A minute or so. Wow, that looks so good.
So good.
Yum, yum. Okay, so Daz was just doing a little touch test.
Touch test.
So no,
So,
you
I'm
did
just-
it. Well, you were a bit more aggressive actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was.
like that.
I was just feeling it like that. So you can always feel. So in the middle,
Eggs cooked or
Yeah,
not.
it's just-
How they know?
I think it's there.
Do you?
I think it's there.
2 minutes. It's been
It's
2
been
minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. So now
So would you say then 2? So this is just done in
it's
like,
like
a little.
probably 4 minutes, 2 minutes aside.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you've got to just leave it for a second. So now we're going to flip again.
Okay. See, I reckon that needs longer. You're happy.
No, I'm very happy.
You're happy, okay,
I
fine.
am very, very happy. I'm going to push that around here
Yeah.
because I don't want it to, the most important thing with this is you do not want it overcooked.
Okay,
You
yeah,
want
no,
it
that's true. You
just
don't,
beautifully.
you don't. And also, it's going to continue cooking, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's just, I think
That looks
that
amazing.
is fantastic. You do not want it solid. You want it moist and gorgeous.
Just like me.
I was thinking of the egg. Lots of love to everybody.
Well
Enjoy your
done,
gorgeous Spanish. I'm going to go make one more now.
Love
Bye-bye.
you.
I think that is absolutely
That is amazing.
perfect. That is.
Fernando thinks so
Look how
too.
thick. You want to just get a little picture of how thick it is?